respected Chahal ma'am, all members of Moneylife Foundation, and distinguished audience. At the outset, I must apologize for being a little late, but I'll tell the reason why I got late, otherwise I'm never late. Because this morning, Honorable Prime Minister of India held a VC with all the chief ministers regarding the threat of the fourth wave of COVID, today from 12 noon to 3 p.m. But I must say that the performance of doctors and the paramedicals in Mumbai at large and BMC in particular has been absolutely outstanding. They have the real COVID warriors. You know, you'll be, some of them you will be surprised to know that in BMC we had more than 9,800 of our colleagues who became COVID positive, and 344 of them lost their lives. I'm a army officer, and I always say that in Kargil war there were just about 500 casualties, and BMC's casualties almost near to the Kargil war. So this was no less than a war being fought for the last 2 years, and the brunt was faced by frontline workers, our paramedicals, doctors, not only in BMC hospitals but the entire 186 hospitals which we had on our real-time integrated dashboard. 186 hospitals fighting this battle, and but when we look back, it is we look back with great sense of satisfaction that we could save a large number of human lives, and we all worked as a great team, whether it was a doctor or a paramedical staff, or it was a BST bus driver who was transporting these doctors in lockdown when everything was shut, there were no railways, or there were other people who were involved. We were distributing something like 700,000 food packets at one time every day. It was a humongous task. And then in lockdown, when you have more than 1 million labor sitting home with no kitchen facilities. And I remember initially in the months of May and June 2020, our peak supply of food packets went to 7.2 lakhs per day, which itself is I would say, a record of sorts. But it is just not BMC. BMC was only the front face, but so many philanthropists, companies, corporates, NGOs, they made it possible. So I don't have words enough to thank them for what they have done at that time. But I must salute all COVID warriors, and especially the doctors who actually fought this entire battle from the front. And you know, if you see the Pandemic Act of 1897, the Britishers that time very wisely said that pandemic should be at par with war, because it is no less than a war where you are fighting an invisible enemy. And recently also, you know, somebody asked me a lot of questions regarding the expenditure which happened during COVID times and various processes we followed. So I showed them a paragraph in the Pandemic Act which they say that whether it is war, like a Ukraine war is going on, or whether it is COVID pandemic, there is no audit, there is no question asked after you have fought that war. And I showed them how it says that any action which has been taken by us under the Pandemic Act cannot be questioned by any authority in the country, including the courts. So, and they have to agree, the people who were asking these questions. But it was absolutely a war being fought where thousands of people were getting affected, hundreds were dying. So, but in Mumbai, I must say that the COVID warriors have been absolutely outstanding, and I must congratulate them, and I must thank them from the bottom of my heart. And let me tell you, I shall forever remain indebted to the COVID warriors, because when I look back in my life, I think this was the most bright chapter which has been made possible because of COVID warriors. And I will fall short if I don't thank Dalal also. I remember when I took over immediately in my first TV interview, we were together with Rajdeep Sardesai regarding N95 night mask. So the journey started from there, but thanks to this pandemic, we have become the best of friends.